know you people looking. You supposed to be able to tell that person you only got 30 minutes.
So I have,
Call back, you
my
know you
car.
got their number.
It was broken into, on the side of the road, and my understanding is that they don't, my understanding was that there was no authority to tow until the tickets got over a certain dollar amount, and it was $200. Is that correct? Well, I don't know. That's the problem. The police said they called to have the car towed for safekeeping. And I mean, it's clear the front window was broken and everything inside the car that I owned is gone. Oh, I'm sorry.
Said it was brought in.
They can't tell you, you can't get.
Right, now, the horrible thing about this is, there was a citation placed on my car, like, I found it on the impound lot.
Oh, yeah.
They put, and this is the absolute BS, because it says the car was parked 37 inches from the curb. I have a witness right here, that car was legally parked, there's no parking signs there. There's a van parked right in front of it that's been there for 2 months. It's never moved.
But
So
this is with the parking. This is with parking.
that says it was parked 37 inches from the curb.
I
So
know. I
there is
understand.
there's no way the car was parked 37 inches from the curb.
This is what I'm saying. Like you have to. I'm gonna have to direct you to someone else because.
Okay, so I'll just tell you, I went online to follow the process here. That ticket has not even been entered in the system, so I can't appeal it. That needs to go away. There's no way that person should be issuing the ticket. It put me over $200.
If it's not in the system, it's not a legal
in
ticket.
unpaid parking fees. I would be contesting every single parking ticket here if it was worth my breath, but that's not what we're talking about. I want to know if the police file a police report, which they said they did, why in the world would this car be here and now you're trying to racketeer me for tickets? First and foremost, I have not had any due process on this. Okay? We're citizens of the United States. We're afforded due process. Someone can't just come and lock me in jail because they don't like who I voted for. Okay? So this is really exactly the same thing. There is no law that usurps the Constitution. And all I'd like to do is show you my proof of insurance and leave with my car. That's it.
Well, I can't just take your proof of insurance without a payment because you were brought in on unpaid citation.
Then you're holding my car for ransom. It's a $14,000 car for $170 in tickets. No, who gave you the authority to tow somebody's car for $170 in tickets?
Well, sir,
I want to know though. I looked up the law. I can't find
You
it.
have over 7 citations. Anything over 3 citations, you're 12.
Okay, well, I don't know that any of those are valid now. I've lived in Racine County for 23 years. I never parked my car here. And when I moved to Milwaukee, I have a parking spot that I pay for. Someone stole my car, drove it around the block, emptied it out. So, I mean, we'll go look at the damage on my car. If this guy's saying the car is undamaged, then it got damaged by you. And you owe me the money for my car being fixed.
I don't know you.
Well, the toll lot does.
426 to the back gate, 426 to the back gate.
It's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other
This
here.
tow lot is a holding facility. We do not tow vehicles. We don't tow vehicles.
Okay.
Other tow companies tow vehicles and bring the vehicles here.
Yeah, I understand that. So, but here you have an officer that states that the car was towed
But
because
this
of
is
a
not
parking
with the tow
violation.
company. This is with parking.
I understand that. But he's saying there's nothing there that says the car isn't intact. So once the car got here, what happened to my car? This is what I want to know. You can't write the ticket and have both.
Good news or bad news? Oh, blessed day. She'll be so happy to buy a book for college. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Hey.
Now she can get part of a book.
This is the around here. It is locked, so I got to turn it off. Because I'm like, I don't know what you got.
See them? They move the camera.
Okay, this is for the number 414, because this number out the door to the right of the without a release until we got the lights, okay?
Well, okay, thank you.
For them giving you this like.
What tire is that? What wheel is that? It's in a, ma'am, it's in a curve, and you can't see that that's a tire on my vehicle. You're darn right I can, but I'm sorry, ma'am, you can't tow somebody's car for that. It's not a no parking zone. There's a car that's parked in front of it for 2 months. It's not a no parking zone. And the car was broken into. So if the car was broken into, then, yes, we do, ma'am. My car window is broken. Ma'am, the police called them to tow it for safekeeping.
4844.
I understand that, but the police called because the car was to be kept for safekeeping. Because the window was broken and it had been stolen. And so if this person is writing a ticket for these violations and he's not saying the window is broken, he's certainly not showing any pictures of a broken window. You think that would be relevant? Well, that's what I'm talking about, though. There would be a broken window at that time if that's when it happened. So if it happened here, I need the number of your insurance company because you guys broke the window. Nobody else has been in custody of the car. And that's what I'm saying. Ma'am, I'm telling you right now that I've got to use logic here, okay? So if you're going to trust this ticket as the gospel truth that I was parked 37 inches away, even though there's no proof that that wheel is on my car, look at the pictures. There's my car right there. Look at the window, okay? It's clearly broken out of my car. All of my things are gone, ma'am. I have $500 worth of things missing from my vehicle. So,
525 to the back gate.
ma'am, I can't go to court. They didn't put it in the system. I need my car back. No, ma'am, I don't have to pay the fee. It's called due process. You don't get the car before due process. It's Article 4 of the Constitution. It's the 4th Amendment. Ma'am, the city doesn't. Okay, do you know what the supremacy clause is? I'm gonna just clarify because maybe you don't know. Okay, the supremacy clause. Okay. Yeah, it does not. I'm sorry. Nothing, ma'am. Are you gonna listen, please? I'm telling you what you're in violation of because you're gonna be personally liable. You, every single one of you. Yeah, it does matter. I'm just telling you right now, and the officer, if he knows the Constitution, can back me up. The Supremacy Clause says that no law shall be made in controversion of the Constitution. It's null and void and can be ignored. Marbury versus Madison. I'd like to get my car out. Yes, I'd like to show you my proof of insurance. I don't have the money, ma'am. I just got robbed. What do you want me to do? You can't steal people's vehicles. That's exactly what you're doing. That's theft. This is not the Constitution, ma'am. Sir, will you tell her what the Constitution says? I don't care what the city ordinance is. If it's unconstitutional, it can be ignored. Ma'am, it doesn't matter. So the city that I stay in makes a rule that says, hear me out here. If the city that I live in says no Chinese people can live here, I have to follow the rule? Well, why? Because it controverts your point. Yes, we are talking about breaking the laws of the Constitution. You understand me? You can't take people's property without due process. You don't know the Constitution. The supremacy law says, I don't need a lawyer. I know what the law is. I'm standing here. I'm trying to do it the nice way first. I'm trying to do it the nice way first, man. Okay? I'm trying to explain to you, just like everyone else with this election and all of this, the Constitution is the supreme document in the United States. That gets followed first. First, absolutely. First and foremost, it's called the Supremacy Clause. Okay? So any law that's deemed unconstitutional is not legal. Do you understand? Yeah. Oh, okay is right. I don't think you understand what's coming, man. Listen, these right here are IP addresses from all of the people who stole votes and the foreign countries they came from. No, I'm just telling you what's coming. I'm telling you what's coming. Because the military was the only way. If you want to steal my car, you're committing treason. Yeah. Well, you're committing treason. Yeah, I have rights in this country. I should get my car back and then the judge can talk to me. It's not the other way around. No, that's called extortion. It's called extortion.
You said what? Yeah.
When people are going to come to your house and snatch you up and then we'll talk about it later? I mean, that's not how this country works.
You gotta transfer.
You don't get to steal somebody's property, especially when it's already been stolen. You guys make me ill. Have some personal responsibility.
You just gotta get his phone.
You know what they did was illegal, right?
I'm not getting involved in this.
What do you mean you're not getting involved? You're supposed to follow the Constitution too, sir.
This has nothing to do with me. This is between.
Well, I'm a
the
citizen
city of
right
Milwaukee and.
But I'm a citizen who's had his
co-operator.
rights violated. Do you care?
That's up to them.
Can you get that on tape?
I am
You
getting
know what
on
the
tape.
Constitution says?
I didn't say that at all, did I?
Well, you're not going to get involved and you're a police officer, so you're just...
No, because it's how police matter.
Are you here?
Okay.
Are you here because of the...
I'm here to keep peace. Order here. I don't
Okay.
dictate what their policies are or
Okay.
their rules, okay?
Okay.
That's for you to take up with
And you don't
them.
enforce the law. You just make sure people pay. Okay.